What's up, YouTube? This is your girl, Megan. Welcome back to the Hood Astro Queen, to all of my returning subscribers. However, if this is your first time joining me on today, be sure to hit that subscribe button because you know you want to. And so today, I am coming to you guys once more with yet another celebrity birth chart reading. This time on none other than the departed Pop Smoke. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest in admitting that I have very limited knowledge of this man outside of Welcome to the Party, and that's only because Nicki Minaj was on the remix. I know absolutely zero music of his. I know nothing about him. He's basically, from what I understand via the internet, he's a New York-based rapper, up-and-coming rapper, who was actually gunned down in a home invasion either this morning or sometime last night. So, it was very unfortunate, especially considering the fact that he was only 20 years old, right? Super young, super tragic, something I would never wish on, like, not even my worst enemy. However, I am kind of conflicted when rappers, particularly street rappers, die in violent manners. And I might get a little bit of pushback or backlash, but I don't give a fuck because I'm a Sag, and who the fuck gonna shut me up because I'm gonna speak my truth, and somebody gotta say it. So I'm gonna say it, okay? I don't understand why people are really surprised when street rappers die at the hands of the same things that they rapped about in their music. I'm not saying that he deserved it. I'm not saying anyone is deserving of that because I don't think that to be true. And once again, I wish death on absolutely no one. So my condolences are definitely out to his family, loved ones, friends, all that good stuff. But I guess the greater question that I really would like people to think about is, why are we so surprised? And I think this is a byproduct of a lot of the normalization of some of the things that aren't really that normal that occurs in rap music and that tends to be glamorized through street music. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to get too big on my high horse because I indulge in it too, okay? I like the fuck shit just as much as the next person. However, like I said, it's kind of a sort of like cognitive dissonance that's going on. And when things like this happen, it's like, it's sad. It's definitely sad. And as a human, you can empathize and sympathize with that raw emotion, right? Of losing someone or having someone, having someone having their life taken from them. Like, that's nothing you would ever want to happen. But at the same time, didn't he say when he off the Henny and the Bacardi, he catch a body and then he don't remember? I don't know. Look, I'm just saying, be mindful of the things that you speak. Speak life so that you can live life. Bad shit happens to good people too. So I don't know. Moral of the story is, I ain't got the fucking answers, okay? But I do like to just point shit out so we can think about it. So think about it. Just think about it. All right? So now, I definitely wanted to get into his birth chart because when I pulled it up earlier today, I thought it was very, very interesting and actually could be very insightful in detailing, the events that led up, or I guess some of the energy that was surrounding the end of his life. So let's go ahead and get started. So Pop Smoke was born on July 20th, 1999 in Brooklyn, New York, making him a Cancer sun. And depending on what time he was born, his moon could either be in the later degree of Libra or in the earlier degrees of Scorpio. So, the jury is still out on that one because you could kind of make an argument for both. Nonetheless, with his son at that 27th degree of Cancer, that Cancer influence could actually point towards gang involvement. I do suspect that if he was not in a gang himself, he definitely had gang affiliations and ties, especially with his son forming in opposition to his Neptune at the 3rd degree of Aquarius. Okay, there is a lot of energy centered around his associations. And this aspect itself, in and of itself, could even point towards home. I would even say the home invasion. But it could even, and this could be like the home invasion that killed him, or this could represent him being a person who robbed people's homes. I don't know. Like I said, I have very limited knowledge on him. So if you know more than I do, feel free to, comment in the comment section. This could also point towards a very shady thing going on amongst friends, like setups, scandals, even scapegoating, right? Where friends, or he's being scapegoated by friends or the people that he trusts, which is very interesting because this is also echoed by the fact that he is an Aquarius South Node, and at the 13th degree, might I add. And this could actually point towards a lot of karmic debt through friends and associates, especially with his Neptune and Uranus conjoined to his South Node. Okay, Uranus deals with friends all day long, and that Neptune in Aquarius is literally all about not really being able. It makes you very vulnerable. Okay, it renders a person vulnerable to their influences and the people around them, and it also deals with victimization. Okay, so even taking it back to his son opposing that Neptune in Aquarius, you could even look at that as quite literally like being victimized by friends. I wouldn't even be surprised. This could even deal with him selling drugs too. Like I said, that Neptune influence, or him being surrounded by a lot of drug dealers, him being set up by friends, a lot of secrets, and like I said, scandals involving friends. I wouldn't even be surprised if he had been stolen from in the past. With that sun in opposition to Neptune, and especially that Neptune conjoined to his Aquarius South Node. You name it. It can involve, or it could create seedy characters, a person who is surrounded by seedy affiliations, right? Quite literally being robbed or even kidnapped. Now, and that could go both ways. Like I said, it could have been done to him, but he could have also been the type to do it to other people, or who have had friends who engage in this type of behavior. Okay. This could also, especially that Uranus element being conjoined to his Aquarius South Node, does produce sudden and unexpected changes and upheavals, especially as it pertains to friends. This is reinforced with his South Node at the 13th degree, and that number 13 breaks down to 4. And the number 4 is governed by Uranus. So it reinforces this theme of associations, friendships, but then also, like I said, upheavals. And not for nothing, that Aquarius South Node could also deal with disloyalty. Okay. And even being detached from the human experience, operating like a robot. So, there's that. And with him being a Leo North Node, Pop Smoke had the karmic, I guess you could say, responsibility to stand apart and shine from the crowd. This could even point towards his career as an up-and-coming star, him heading towards that Leo North Node, stepping into his passion and sense of creativity, becoming a leader. It could also deal with him being well-known and popular. And this is also reinforced with his Mercury conjoined to that Leo North Node at the 7th degree. And that also does reinforce his musicality, because that number 7 does deal with music. But this placement could even deal with him being or having the responsibility to become more confident in this lifetime and focus on himself as an individual, which could bring a lot of unwanted attention to him in the form of haters, jealousy, especially with that North Node, his Leo North Node and Mercury opposing Neptune and Uranus. This could deal with him even being betrayed by close childhood friends. It could deal with him being loyal to the wrong people, right? Especially if he was activating that Leo North Node energy, using his heart space, having a big heart, like I said, being very loyal to people. These aspects could also point towards him being forced to do things against his will. It's just unfortunate because that Leo North Node definitely makes a person, or it gives a person the desire to separate themselves from the pack. Or there will be a need for you to separate yourself. However, it can come with a lot of unintended consequences. And for Pop Smoke, I feel like these consequences were dire, literally. And his Mars is at the 5th degree of Scorpio, which is squaring that Leo South Node, his Aquarius South Node, which absolutely reinforces the possibility of him being killed by friends. It also deals with him I feel like this placement could make him a career criminal or somebody who hung around a lot of career criminals. Once again, another kind of prominent theme in his chart. But it definitely deals with there being a lot of issues as far as like jealousy, manipulation. And then you have that Mars also squaring his Leo North Node and that Mercury. And you could also look at that as like reinforcing this theme of him dying due to trusting the wrong people. But it also gives me the vibe that I feel like he was in charge of a group of people. So whatever, I don't know if it was a criminal network or maybe it was just his particular group of friends. Maybe he was the leader. Maybe he was the person in charge. There could have been jealousy bred over not just his musical career, but let's say his whatever given position that he took within his friendship. You know what I'm saying? Another way to even look at this, I don't even know if this death or his death could have been the result of some type of nefarious activity going on within the music industry with that Leo North Node. So, I mean, somebody needs to look into that. Also, his Saturn in Taurus is also squaring his nodes as well. So squaring that Aquarius South node, you could even look at that as him not really wanting to sever ties with the people that maybe he was supposed to sever ties with. It could even deal with him either being used or being accustomed to using others. And then with that Saturn and Taurus squaring his Leo North node, it does reinforce this theme of, like I said, I feel like Pop Smoke was a very unyielding, relentless type of figure. I feel like he had a very strong presence. He was very prideful, and I guess he had a right to be, being a Leo North Node in this lifetime, but also very dominant, like I said, within his group of friends. Somebody that didn't give up control very easily. And I think that in addition to, like I said, maybe him activating some of that Leo North Node energy could have pissed off the wrong people. His Scorpio Mars squaring his Neptune in Aquarius can also deal with him being surrounded by leeches as well. Opportunists, people who kind of are like, who objectify him in some type of way. But then also it could just reinforce, like I said, that criminal organization, him being involved in criminal activity himself. There also being a lot of shady shit taking place amongst his friends. And I mean, it's very much in line with him being set up. This energy, I keep getting set up. His Leo Mercury is also squaring that Scorpio Mars as well, which can also reinforce this theme of, like I said, there being some tension amongst either siblings or childhood friends, power struggles, jealousy, that type of thing. But then also it deals with him being kind of outspoken, or somebody who, when he opened his mouth, like it could have been easy for him to have made a lot of enemies type of thing. And then his Venus, which is at the 3rd degree of Virgo, is squaring his Pluto. So, I mean, that could in and of itself make him somebody who was very much easily hated by other people, coveted by other people, or, the things that he has coveted by other people, especially if they were more insecure. But then even with it squaring his Chiron at that 27th degree of Scorpio, that can literally deal with the person who's killed by their friend, a friend. So, I mean, however the situation happened, I can safely deduce that it was either by a person that he knew or somebody that he was close with. So, I mean, yeah. And yeah, I wish him a peaceful transition. And I also wish his loved ones peace as well. So, y'all drop down in the comment section because this concludes my reading. Let me know what you thought of Pop Smoke. Did you listen to his music? If so, what was your favorite song? And yeah, make sure you practice unconditional self-love so that you can love others. And until the next video, I holla.